The wave of mass demonetization is still happening on YouTube. The AI is still running rampant as it tries to take down mass produced AI slop channels. However, there is something that I want to address from my last video. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters.
I crown you Queen of the Woke!
Let's chat about it. Please leave a comment below letting me know what you think of mass flagging in general and how it may affect YouTube in the future. And don't forget to hit that sub button. We need to get this channel rolling again, and I'm sure that we can do it if we work together. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you are already, can't run it without you. Last week I spoke of a YouTube policy that was introduced last year, and that's the key word, last year. It's because of this said policy that I'm introducing some changing of the format, so to speak. Let's just remind ourselves of what that policy is. Image slideshows of scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, commentary, or educational value. And there's obviously several others that also go with this particular guideline, so to speak. There were a couple of channels that I mentioned that had been caught up in this wave of demonetization, who now by definition do not follow parts of this 2025 policy despite being well established. One of them was called Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. They were demonetized, and currently, as far as I can tell, because I've been following it on X, they still are. They've gone over to Rumble now. They have had their format established for 12 years and have used it ever since. And if you are a long time user of YouTube, you will know that variation is not liked by the YouTube gods, yet it appears to be the lack of variation and not following the 2025 guidelines that are getting older established channels demonetized. And I beg the question, would this pave the pathway for libel or lawsuit, depending on where you are from, to be brought against YouTube, the video giant? Could that possibly happen? I'm not a law expert. I'm just asking this question because of that reason. But whilst I would say that the newer channels have absolutely no excuse to not follow those particular guidelines, what about the channels that predate this particular policy? I don't have any recollection of YouTube saying that any channels who are now officially going against the guidelines by default, i.e. the older channels, should change up what they are doing either. I don't recall that, don't remember reading it, but I'm not saying that they didn't, okay? I'm not alleging that they didn't. I just don't remember reading it. Now, if I'd seen that, then maybe I would have changed up some of my format much sooner. However, I think that the AI bot should be trained to recognize channels that have that as a long established format. Do not flag their old content if that is what it is doing, and if people are applying them for monetization with videos that predate that policy, then those videos should be disregarded in that evaluation if the user can prove that they are now following the newer guidelines. Now, YouTube may already do that. I don't know. I'm not saying that they are not, but it would be nice to have confirmation of it happening. I've seen several videos and comments from YouTubers saying that they would consider bringing action against YouTube for these incidences, and I would say fair play to them if they do, because it's quite a drastic change to change up your channel. That's not the only thing though. Could YouTube be in trouble for adhering to the alleged, and yes, I will say alleged at this point, mass false flagging controversy that I've seen multiple channels being taken down for having an opinion? The people on the receiving end are paying the price for it in loss of earnings and their reputations. I was asked the other day, and this is why I'm bringing this up, if my channel had been caught up in this. That's how bad it is. That me, a minuscule YouTuber, in comparison to those that were being hit, was being asked if it had happened to me. That said person was concerned because a tweet I'd made got read out on Yellow Flash, and that's fine. That's up to Yellow Flash. He can do that. That's entirely up to him. And I did tag him in the post. Didn't expect it to make it in the video, but he did read it out. And fine, he can do what he likes. It's YouTube. And not only that, I have worked with innocent bystanders on YouTube who have also got caught up in this when it was not anything to do with them, because they don't make content talking about those types of everyday controversies that are going on. Whilst I do need to work on things my end, what I will say is this: whatever is going on at YouTube, be it the false flagging or demonetizing old established channels that get flagged because of the format that predated the current guidelines, it would appear that the you in YouTube, is currently disappearing, and that's not great. Bring back the you in YouTube. Make it so that we can make the content that we like making without the risk of losing our channels. I know the guidelines are strict. I understand that. And we have to adhere to the guidelines. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Chat about it. Don't chat about it. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the sub button and I shall see you soon. Bye bye. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget you can join me on my other platforms as well. I've got YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, X, TikTok, Instagram, Locals, Substack, and I also have a Discord. Everything is linked below.